Know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. All right. Come on in. Lunchtime, lunchtime. I'm having my lunch now too. Come on in. Live, uncut, unedited. Send your boy some stars, people. Send me some stars. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Mm-hmm. Come on in, folks. We're here. We got meet up today. They changed the address. It's right there on Jeffrey. Lunchtime, lunchtime, lunchtime. Mm-hmm. What's up, Val? Mm-hmm. Sharice, what's up? Miss Patricia Johnson, what's going on? Mm-hmm. This is where tell the truth and shame the devil. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. All right. Come on, people. Raymond, what's up, Raymond? What's the word? All right. Mm-hmm. All right, Miss White. Tanya White, I see you. I see you. Mm-hmm. That's right. Mm-hmm. I love being black. I love being black. I love being black. Most definitely every day. Latasha Gardner, I love being black. Jimmy Dean. Lunchtime, lunchtime, people. All right. Terry, what's up? We're talking about the migrants today, the meeting today they're having in South Shore today. That's the breaking news today. That's what we're talking about. So what they did is they changed the address. It's just like maybe, on the next block. So just want to get you, I put the address in the title so you guys would know. So we just want to let you know what's going on. We want you guys to get there early so you can get a seat. We all may not be able to get in, but we're going to be inside and outside. Barbara Melvin, hey, how you doing? Miss Virginia Beasley, sneaking in for work. All right. Yeah, they changed the address, but it's not too far from, instead of the old school, they're going to use the new school. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right there off Jeffrey. I love y'all taking y'all land back, and don't forget to take your health back. That's right. Mm-hmm. We all need a place to go because we all immigrants. Okay. Hey, Donald, I ain't got a problem with no immigrants. I promise you. I promise you. Mm-mm. I'm finna tell you what my problem is. Let me wipe my mouth off. My problem is the people that live here. Why aren't they being served? That's my problem. I think every man and woman, boy and girl should have a place to stay. Now, the other problem that I have is that's right, Jimmy, then you help your own first. Why is it that Chicago is taking all these immigrants and they have nowhere to put them? They have no plan. That's what I'm saying. I would hate to see families walking outside on the north side, on the south side, on the west side, just walking up and down the street, nowhere to go. That's not a good feeling. I don't want to see nobody outdoors, cold or hot. It's not good a feeling. What's up, Peggy? All right. It's not, yeah. Somebody said that Tricia said we all not immigrants. Some of us was born here. I disagree. Good point. Is this they coming over on the bus and our ancestors was made to come over here on boats? Now listen, they're not made to come over here, Donald. We was brought over here. That's the difference. You can't compare this struggle with our struggle. You cannot do that. That's a different struggle. We were brought over here in what? Chains. Chains. Round about our neck and our hands and our legs and our ankles was chained. We was bound when we were brought over here. And we was forced to be servants of the white man. That's a big difference, Brother Donald. Big difference. All right. Big difference. All right. We was forced, brother. And listen, my heart goes out. Good afternoon, Miss Pillington. Reggie Rivers, what's up? Listen, and we still in chains mentally. Let me just say this too. I would hate to see any little migrant, Venezuelan, Jamaican, Haitian, Belizean, whatever immigrant or migrant walking up the street of Chicago, have nowhere to go. That's not a pretty sight. And I'm gonna be honest with you, we can't take the blame for that. When I say we, the everyday citizens, the government here, you're the one that allowed them to be dropped off over here and knowing good well that you don't have nowhere to put them. And you're not going to oppress us more than we already oppress and shake things up for us to make room for them. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Live uncut. I need to make sure y'all share this video. No, it's not a matter we fighting each other. But my thing is, if the migrants coming over here trying to come down on black folks, it's going to be a fight, regardless who started. That's all. It's going to be a fight. That's it. Not of shooting and killing nobody, but it's going to be dissension. It's going to be that. Black folks, we don't have no friends. Yeah. That's right. You know, what country can we go into and get all these benefits over their own citizens? We can't do it. That's right. We got to stop. We don't have no place to put the migrants. We're out of space. We have nowhere to put them. Nowhere to put them. I don't want to see little children in the street crying and shaking cups and holding up signs. I don't want to see that. That's a bad sight for any people. I don't want to see that. Also, I don't want to see Chicago take more of these migrants and we don't have nowhere to put them. That's not fair to them. That's all I'm saying. I'm not mad at the immigrants for they're going to have a new Chicago for them. I'm trying to get a black Chicago for us. For real. Brother, it's not a matter us turning against each other. See, first of all, let me just say this. When the immigrants come over here, they tell them not to mingle with black folks. That's dissension. And what do you think they're going to do? They're going to do exactly what the white folks tell them to do, because the white people are feeding them, giving them jobs, giving them a place to live, putting money in their pocket. For real. But I'm not going to listen, brother, listen. I'm race first. My people that have been here for years on these Section 8 lists, on these subsidized lists, they deserve to be housed first. You take care of your own citizens, Chicago. That's what we ought to do, and that's what we should do. Take care of our own citizens first. Let's take care of all 3,800 of our homeless population. That's right. Right. That's right. So I'm listen, people. Listen to brother said. He said betrayal of citizens, of U.S. citizens. People come here illegally and are given certain freedoms, privileges, housing and money, and etc. by our government. Yet we born here and can't get help. That's the gospel truth, people. That's the truth. So listen, my heart goes out for every migrant. I don't hate a migrant. I don't hate black people or none of those things. But I want to make sure that the citizens here in Chicago be taken care of first. Then we can extend our hand to those that need help and all that. I don't want to see nobody outdoors. But go ahead, brother. Go ahead. 3962. So I got a caller. Go ahead. 3962.
Hey, what's going on, Martin?
What's going on, brother? Talk to us.
So I kind of caught a conversation that you were having with somebody on here, talking about dividing us up. We've never been together to be divided.
That's it.
And so, all this talk of dividing us up, and whoever that guy is, he can't show you where these people have been together with us in order for us to be divided.
That's right.
And if he can show us different, then show us. But don't tell us about, you dividing us up. Again, we ain't never been together. Now, this is making it even worse because you have this, you have all the immigrants have partnered with one another, and I have it on my Facebook page. They've all partnered with one another to come in and replace us. And so whether they Africans, Mexicans, Indians, the Polish people, the Caribbeans, all of these people have joined forces against the interests of Americans, but mainly Black Americans. And so for any Black Americans to talk about, well, that's dividing us up, and then you prove to us where we've been together and where these people have been on board with us. As a matter of fact, if you look at the African and Caribbean community, where is it located? On the north side. They don't live in our neighborhood. They move with white people. And so I don't know, maybe this guy's from another city or something. Is he from Chicago, the one who was asking you that, Mark?
Yeah, he's from Chicago. That's my buddy. He's from Chicago. But I don't know why he was talking like that, but I just tell him, he's from Chicago.
Okay, so he knows better.
Right.
So he knows better then. What do you mean dividing us up? These people have never been with us.
Yeah.
They live on the north side. They live with the white community on the north side. They never partnered with us. They never helped us fight no fight that have happened to us in this city. They're not standing with us on reparations. They're going against us getting our reparations because they've aligned with the immigrant population who is receiving our reparations now, some of our reparations as we speak. So maybe he needs a little bit more information and education on what's happening. I'm gonna take it that way. I'm gonna say that he don't know, and so this is his chance to learn and figure it out if he wants to learn.
Right.
But today, y'all, is gonna be a very important day where you have the city activists and everyday people coming out to South Shore High School. And so many people who have RSVP'd, so they overflooded the previous venue. So they moved it to another venue. I think that's across the street, the prep school.
Yeah, that's right on Jeffrey. Right, yeah. So they're moving right. It's right at the school. It's at the main school, the new building. Yeah.
Right. So is that across the street?
Yeah, basically across the street. Yeah. Just say Jeffrey. They'll see it right there. It's on the corner of Jeffrey, actually. It's on Jeffrey. So that's what it is. It's right there.
Okay, so what's happening here is that they're trying to take the old South Shore High School, and give it over to immigrants. And we can't take another flood of these people. They took Wadsworth. I mean, what are we supposed to do? Just take all of them in while our people starve? Give them all the resources, the jobs and opportunities while we starve? And I'm not just talking about Africans and Caribbeans now. I'm talking about Mexicans. I'm talking about Jews. I'm talking about Indians. I'm talking about Asians. All these immigrants have come together to quietly not just take over Chicago, but this is happening all over the country. And today sends a strong message that we're not happy with what's going on, and we're not Pan-Africanists because the Africans have sided with the other side against us, so we're not partnering with them. They never partnered with us anyway. But we're going to make it official today that we are only talking about our people who are descendants of American chattel slavery. We're not here to fight for no other group of people.
Hey, I'm hearing too, Mark, I don't know how true it is, that they are evicting those ones that Wadsworth out of that building, them immigrants. That's what I heard. I don't know how true that is. It's supposed to be an eviction taking place.
But the real eviction, the real eviction that's happening is on 95th Street, where they're pushing all those women and children out of Princeton Park and Loden Homes to make housing available to these illegal immigrants that are coming here. And so we cannot allow them to do that to our women and children.
No, that ain't gonna happen.
Coming up with fictitious reasons to justify throwing them out. And so this is what's going on. So when I hear people say, well, these immigrants need a place to live, they need a job. Well, go back to where you come from then and create you some jobs and a place to live. We don't have to compromise in order to accommodate them. We don't have to. Why should we destabilize ourselves and upset our people just to make a place for them? And so anybody that I hear that even say stuff like that, I'm suspect of it. So we should take care of them before we take care of ourselves. Is that what's being said? No, we're not going to do that. And so today we asking the whole city, everybody, to meet us at South Shore High School. Meet us at South Shore High School, the college prep. The meeting is going to be at the college prep. So, and we calling on everybody. So get on your phone, text somebody, man, Twitter, all forms of social media. Man, call some people. We want to be out there 10,000 strong.
Right.
It's a movement. It's a movement to save ourselves, to make sure that we don't get wiped out
6
by
o'clock.
all of these sympathetic Black American folks. At 6 o'clock. The meeting's at 6, but I suggest y'all get there at 5. Get there at 5 because the place is gonna fill up real quick. So get there at 5 o'clock at South Shore High School. They're trying to give South Shore High School away to the immigrants, no different, illegal immigrants at that. No different than they did at Wadsworth. So that's on 75th and what now?
1950, Jeffrey, 1955 East 75th Street. It's right there on the corner, Jeffrey. You can't miss it. It's a big, beautiful, brand new building. It's a big, and Mark, too, I want to say this, too. So if you get there and you're not on the list and they turn you around, still hang around because we can make just as much as noise inside well as outside. So don't leave. Don't leave.
Exactly.
Don't leave.
And we're going to get more people outside. We want more people outside than inside anyway because it's education time.
Right.
It's a movement. Movements are better outside than they're inside anyway. You get more people and you say what we want to say to one another. We can get on those bullhorns and educate our people versus going on the inside where they're trying to brainwash you.
And I want
to believing that everything is okay and,
Let me say this, Brother Mark. Crime is already high in Chicago. subjecting us into a high risk and ever increasing crimes is unacceptable. The immigrants are not being fully vetted. We don't know who's coming over here, Mark. We don't know who they are. We don't know if it's pedophiles. We don't know. We just don't know. We don't know. We just don't know. We don't know. That's another thing, you know? Right. Hey, Mark, hold on.
What we found out, the ones coming from Mexico.
Go ahead. Because I'm going to take a few callers. They want to call in.
So what we found out is those that are coming from Mexico, the ones coming from Mexico are MS-13. They're emptying out the prisons and sending them into Chicago. And so we've seen some of the actual MS-13 gang members with the tattoos in their face and everything that they put out of prison and brought them here on the west side. And so we're not going to stand back and watch this happen. And so any black people that believe in that, I don't know what to tell you, but we're not going along with this. We're not going to oppress and upset our people just to accommodate nobody else. And we don't care who's telling us to do it. We don't want to hear from no pastors telling us, no national leaders, nobody telling us to stand down and watch these people eat while our people starve. They're giving them everything, free education. They're giving them our resource, our reparations. And they're giving them our reparations, man.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Hey, hold on, Mark. Let me see what this caller got to talk about. 626 area code. What's on your mind? What's on your mind? Make it quick. Area code 626.
Oh.
Hello?
626.
Is that your area code, ain't it? Isn't it? Hello? Oh, well, I'm going to skip that person. All right, I'm going to, last four digits of your telephone number is 2742. 2742. Come on, caller. 2742.
Okay, so we talking about immigrants, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you ever notice, most immigrants tell you how great their country is, right? They always say when they visit how great it is, right? And how they compare it to America, right?
Right.
So if it's so great, then why they keep coming over here? They come over here because who support their lifestyle. We do as black people. We the only people that really buy stuff from them. A lot of times, white people don't support them. That's like this. Now, you see all the immigrants coming over here, right? You don't see white people speaking about nothing.
Right.
Because they're not in their neighborhood. You got Hispanic neighborhoods. Why can't they go in their neighborhood? Because they speak the language. They understand them. These are their people, right?
Right.
They don't want support. They want them to come in our neighborhoods and take up all our resources. It's true. And then the thing is, they got all disease. They probably ain't had no vaccination or anything. So you got these people wandering in our neighborhood. Because let's say if it was Haitians or Jamaicans over in Pilsen, I guarantee you they'll sit there and riot because they ain't going to have them in their neighborhood. They're not. It's like you see all these young boys, right, who they like to fuss and fight with each other, right? They should be out there on the front lines. And I'm not saying they should be violent towards the kids are innocent, but they should be out there on the front line saying, y'all can't come in here. Y'all not coming in here like they do with other black men when they see them walking through their neighborhood. They should be out on the front line saying, y'all cannot come here. Y'all go over in Pilsen. Because we got women and we got children here. We don't know what's on y'all, man. Y'all could be racist or anything. And then we got Lori Lightfoot. Why does she let them come over there? Let you know that she don't care nothing about black people. Her skin is black, but she ain't. Because if she cared about her people, she just said they're not coming in the black neighborhood. If they want to come over here, let them come in the Hispanic neighborhood. And that's the issue right there. This country is divided by race. So why wouldn't Hispanics want to be around their own people? They usually want to be around their own people. But all of a sudden they want to be in our neighborhoods around us. So it's something to that. You don't hear not one white person saying anything about nothing. You don't even hear Hispanics speaking up and saying, well, let them come over in our neighborhood. You don't hear nobody saying anything. And the sad part, these pastors and all that, why are y'all sticking up for these people? Y'all gonna let them take the resources of your own people to let you know what they think of us. They don't think nothing of us. Nothing. When they call them the leaders of the community, they're not no leaders of no community. All they care about is money. They don't care about their own people because they'd have said they would have been on the front line too. No, they cannot come in our neighborhoods. Our neighborhoods have enough going on already, so we're going to invite some people from Mexico somewhere that is snuck over here. Let's say they commit a crime. Guess what? They go sneak back over where they from. They just let them come in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of immigrants, them people don't like us. They never like us.
And like Mark Carter said, we was never together. So how could we be divided? You know?
Yeah, you always got that one black person who always want to kumbaya. They always that one, oh, we all together. Just no, we're not together in anything because you can't build in their neighborhoods freely. They don't even want to live around us at all. They barely want us in their store. They watch us if we go in a beautiful house. Anywhere we go, they watching us.
Mm-hmm. And let me say this.
So it's like you look at it now. They want.
Let me say this, girlfriend. Yes, that's my friend, y'all. That's why I call her girlfriend, so I can say that. Listen, let me say this. My heart goes out to any migrant or immigrant that's walking the street Chicago that don't have nowhere to go. It's not their fault. Y'all brought them over here from Texas, dropped them off here. No, you didn't have a place for them to go. Now, just like our people that was born here, that are U.S. citizens, that's sleeping under the bridges, under the viaduct, my heart goes out to them as well. And I feel like that they should have first preference. They are the ones should be put up first. That's just me now. I don't want to see no homeless person holding up signs and begging for money. That's not a good sight to see. I don't have that type of heart. But I will say this. American citizens born and raised here should be first to be helped. Section 8, giving money, all those things. I will say that. And I'm not taking nothing away from no immigrant because I don't have a heart like that. But I am raised first and I love my people. And when I say citizens, I'm talking about any United States citizen, whether they white, Puerto Rican, Hispanic, or whatever they are. If you're a citizen of this country, you deserve to be housed first. I'm going to say that. If you're a U.S. citizen, yeah. Hold on, Sarge. Hold on. Not Sarge, that's Coach. That Coach. Hold on. You deserve that. You deserve that. So I'm not saying that. So it's don't make me or us to be out the bad guy because we didn't ask you to come over here to Chicago. We have anything to do with that. And Chicago should be held accountable, knowing that you accepting more migrants in this city and you don't have nowhere to put them because you know you can get some money for them. That's what that's about.
That's all it's about, money.
Exactly. That's all it's about. It's about money. And it's crazy. We have so many homeless people in Chicago, and you all just constantly allowing immigrants and migrants to come over here to fill up these vacant schools where you can go out and get these homeless people and put them in a warm and a comfortable school. But instead, you rather open it for the immigrants. That's not cool. This city, us as a city, we got to come together and do better. Because if we ride around, we see homeless people every day, all day. And it's just like it's normal to us. But they can bring people from Mexico, Texas, and drop them off here. And they want to constantly close our schools down and open them up for them. That's not cool. That's not cool. And I'm happy we're going to stand for something today.
And these are the same schools, y'all. These are the same schools that they refuse to put the money into when black children were there. They refuse to have books.
Listen,
they refuse to pay for air conditioning. Let me say this to us because we have to stay focused on this right here. You know, everybody must cry for their own people. One thing about Chicago, it's set up in a way where everybody cries for their own people. That's why you got Chinatown, you got Greektown, you got Little Italy, you got Little Village, you got Ukrainian Village. It's set up like that because everybody must speak up, stand up, and take care of their own people. We are segregated in the city for a purpose, and that is because nobody cares about each other's people, not for real. Okay? So this thing today sparks the movement. Oh, let me say this, brother. Let me say this because this is about a nationwide movement that we're about to kick off to make sure that our people don't end up sleeping under bridges, sleeping out of their cars, going to work out of their cars. See, when you think of homeless people, the first thing you think of is a drug addict or a drunk person or whatever, or a person that don't have money and they end up homeless. Listen, you all, in California, because of these Hispanics have been burning black people out of their homes, people go to work from their cars. They've been priced out of their neighborhoods, burned out of their neighborhoods. Okay? And we stand up and we say that we don't care if you're a drunk, we don't care if you're a drug addict, we're going to take care of our people first. We're not here to cry for nobody else's people first before we cry for our people. Those days are over. And that type of leadership, we're not going to follow. Man, I don't care if they're your pastor, they're the national leaders, whoever the hell they are. If they're not talking about us first, the hell with what they're talking about. Because most of the people who's telling you to go along with everything, they eating while you starving. They're eating. Their children are eating. Their in crowds are eating, and your people and your most of us that live in these neighborhoods are starving, following their lead for the last 40 years. It's time up for them also. We don't want to hear what they have to say. Don't tell us about no Pan-Africanism. Matter of fact, bring them red, black, and green flags and burn them. Then we're not Pan-Africans. The Africans are not with us, so we ain't waving no red, black, and green flag. Burn them.
Okay. 872, go ahead, brother. Again, I think 5881. 5881. I think that was you.
No, I was just saying, basically, just like it's just crazy, just like how they can just constantly bring immigrants over here and just fill them up, and we got thousands of people that's homeless that can be used in those schools instead of you opening up for immigrants. And you got they putting them in black neighborhoods. If you look at it, it's just crazy to me, Martin. It's just it's too much, and I'm happy that we're gonna stand for something before we fall for anything.
We better do it, people.
Tonight is gonna show it all, because I'm gonna be out there.
It's gonna be listen.
Because they not helping us. They not helping us. They helping the other, and we. This is our state. This is our city. They rather help the outsiders than help the ones that's in here already that's struggling. Homeless don't also mean out there in the streets. Homeless mean it's 16 people in one bedroom because this one person trying to help her family because they got put out. They can't afford rent. All this. But you want to give immigrants free housing, free link cards, free, all this free shit. Can I get something free? I pay y'all taxes, goddammit. I can't get nothing. Period.
And then my question is, are they doing any background checks or anything on these 8,000 people that are coming in? We have sex trafficking, drug trafficking. We have all these things that's going on. So you mean to tell me 8,000 immigrants that you're bringing to the U.S., they have a clean record? They have no track record? Like, are we doing any track record with these people? If we think the city is bad now, are they going to bring in more crime? Are we thinking about that type of stuff?
So not to cut you off, sister, but Martin, so I live in Hyde Park.
Right.
And it's the immigrants, they walking around in Hyde Park asking people for jobs and stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do own a landscaping company. And they came up to me, asked me, they barely speak English, but you come over here looking for jobs. I hire nothing but black folks. I love my kind. It's honest. I can't help you. And I'm not being mean. You can't come over here and take the job from my people. They need it.
Yeah, and then some stuff I didn't agree with Trump, but Trump wanted our people first. He wanted Americans to have jobs first. He wanted Americans to have their first resources, not people from outside coming in and getting the resources. But now you go to McDonald's, you have no one speak English. You go to a Family Dollar, you have no one speak English. You have certain places that no one speaks English, but they're working here. It's something that I didn't agree with Trump. But Trump didn't want this to happen. Trump didn't want anybody coming here. But now
if that border was built, they wouldn't be over here right now.
Well,
so now we are allowed, but nobody said nothing about that. Everybody wanted fight here. But now since Biden is implementing certain things, everybody's quiet about a lot of things that he's talking about. But that's But what I'm saying is these 8,000 people that they're bringing in, are they screening them? That's my most concern. Of course they're not. Yeah.
So, well, let me just tell y'all something.
It's like this. Okay, if you look at it.
Go ahead, sister. Go ahead. I'll submit. Go ahead. Go ahead, my sister.
Okay, so a lot of the so-called immigrants, right, when they was living in Mexico, they was not homeless. The thing is, they know what they're doing. When they come over here, they're looking at the land of the free for free things. They know exactly what they're doing. That's why they come over here. They leave their homes. They leave everything they have to come over here. That's what they
To
do.
take
People
our
are
place
not
and send it back to
homeless.
their people over there.
One mic, brother.
Yeah.
That's why
Let
I
the
said
sister talk.
they should have sent them right across that border. They should have sent them right back, because the majority them people, them 8,000 people, not homeless. They decided to leave their homes and everything because they knew they can come right over here and get everything free, make money, and send that money home. When they started coming this way, they should have turned them right back around and told them, you cannot come here. Because what happens is this.
Hold on, sister. What, sister?
Neighborhood.
One mic at a time. One mic at a time. Go ahead, sister.
Okay.
But let me.
That's why they're sending them to black neighborhoods. I guarantee the whites are not going to let them come over in their neighborhood. They're not letting them come over there.
Okay. I want to say this too. Now,
this should be a time where we all come together.
sister, can you? We got a little protocol going on here now. You reminded me of somebody. All right. Listen, I'm gonna let you talk. I promise you. I just want to say this. A lot of these corporations is behind this. They want the migrants to come here for labor. They want them here. They want them here now. So they're promising them, if you come here, we'll do this and do this and do this. I'm telling you, they just not hitting these American shores because they have no promise, have no hope. If they get here, they know they can make it. And they know they'll do the lowest of the lowest jobs that they say that we don't want anymore. But that's a lie as well, too. But go ahead, my dear sister, kept talking. Go ahead. Your turn. Go ahead. 2073. I guess not. All right. 626. 626.
Is it 262?
Yeah, I'm sorry. You know I'm doing. Yeah, go ahead, sister. Go ahead.
You cut me off before.
Yeah, because you didn't say anything. You didn't say anything. Go ahead.
You were saying 6, and I thought it was maybe an area code.
Okay,
like
that was Erica.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But I used to live. I'm with y'all in spirit down there tonight. I used to live in Chicago, and my kids went to South Shore High School. And they, I'm just looking at how the Hispanics come over here, and you saying that they offering them stuff, and when we get disabled and stuff, we got to go through court 5 or 6 times to get disability money that we done work for and put into, you know what I mean, into Social Security, and we got to go through all that, and they can just come over here. And just come over here and just take it. That's sad. But we as a group of people, we need to find an outlet ourselves to reach our people, starting from the youngest ones up, to try to instill this into them that we need to come together and pull together and try to make our things happen. We got to learn how to.
Yeah, hold it, sister.
Sometimes I hear other black
sister,
people.
Sister, hold it real quick. I'm gonna let you talk. Let me just say this, people. What that dear sister just said is 100% correct. But what we can't not do, we can't allow nobody to say we divided. We divided them. No, we was never together. Never together. People, listen. Don't expect no immigrant. I'm listening to me real closely. And I don't want to sound like I'm a hypocrite on here. To care about us marching in the civil rights movement, had to drink out of going through the Jim Crow, the war on drugs. That's not their fight. They can care less about that. They are in survival mode by any means necessary. If the white people tell them do not mingle with the black people, that's what they're going to do. So this right here that we see going on, it should draw us closer together. And those who they want to lock arms with other, let them lock arms with other, but they can't be a part of us. They just can't be it. This right now, this is swim or sink right now. This is urgent. Trust me. They have put 8,000 migrants in Chicago. Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
And let me say this to us as men. Really as men and women, but mainly as men. Our job is to protect and provide for Black women and children. And I'm talking about Black American women and children first. We don't have to compromise. We don't have to rationalize. We ain't got to go along with nothing. Chinatown don't speak up for Black people. Greek town don't speak up for Black people. The Africans on the north side and those Caribbeans on the north side don't speak up for Black people. The Ukrainians and Ukrainian village don't speak up for Black people. And so we don't owe no obligation to speak up for nobody. We're going to play it just like they play it. We're going to take care of our people. We're going to keep speaking up for our people. We're going to oppose any plan that says that these people can move into our area and we shouldn't have nothing to say. We got everything to say. This is just the beginning. The same thing goes for Barack Obama's library that's displacing our people. We must speak out against him as well, because at the end of the day, he's an immigrant on both sides. The white side of his family are immigrants, as well as the Black side of the African side of his family. They're both immigrants. A lot of times we have these conversations, we think of immigrants just as Mexicans or Africans or whatever. A lot of these white people are not Mayflower white people. They're immigrants. They're pushing the immigrant agenda. And so we have to fend for ourselves. And whoever don't like it, that's Black American, hey, get over it. We don't have time to be explaining unto you either, because we got to do enough to save you too. Save you from your own personal ignorance that tells you that we should care about somebody else that don't care about us. The days of that meek and humble, love everybody doctrine, those days are over. Fight for them. When have you ever seen them fight for you? They don't fight for you. They don't stand up for you. They don't speak up for you. And so anybody that's black in America, descendant of American child of slavery, that's telling you to go along to get along is not a friend of yours. And so today, at 5 p.m., even though it starts at 6, at 5 p.m., get over to 1955 East 75th Street. 1955 East 75th Street. South Shore Preparatory School. Everybody, get over there. Look, y'all, we are in the fight for our life in this city. California, New York, Florida, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Cleveland, Ohio, all those places have already been taken over by immigrants. And Washington, D.C., and guess what? Where Black people are sleeping? Out of their cars, sleeping under bridges. And you still gonna say, well, what about them? The hell you mean, what about them? What about us? And if you love them that much, give them your house then. Give them your car. Give them your job. Since you love them so much and you're going to speak up for them even though they don't speak up for you, then prove it to us that you care that much about them. Give them all your stuff first. And then maybe we'll think about it.
Okay. Let me go back to 262. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I had cut you off. 262. Then I'm going to the next one. I think that's.
Like you said,
go ahead.
I agree with you. We need to lock arms where nobody can get in around us and show our strength to keep this moving forward for us. Because when they get in, once they get in, they gonna lock arms and block us out. So we gotta lock arms and keep them out. And everybody gotta be on board.
Mm-hmm. And you know,
that's it.
Okay.
It's really sad to think about it.
My thing is, this is my message to
Brandon. Sad to think about it.
This is my message to Brandon Johnson. Okay, Brandon, the ones that's here, let's deal with the ones we got here. You don't have to send nobody back, but don't take no more right now. Do not take no more. Right now we are filled to capacity. We got migrants walking the streets, holding up signs and all that. Eventually, if they don't find jobs, they're going to become criminals. If they're not criminals already, I'm not calling them criminals.
Mm-hmm.
That's a person's natural instinct. If they can't eat and work, they're going to steal. That's the instinct. I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to knock no immigrant at all. And I told you guys from the beginning, I don't want to see no little children, babies out there with signs say, give me money, I'm home. I don't like to see stuff like that. That's not good. But at the same time, we shouldn't be hypocritical here in Chicago and don't take care of the ones that was born and raised here first. That's what we should do. That's the right thing to do, people. There's nothing wrong with what we're talking about this afternoon. Nothing. Nothing. How are we going to save somebody else when we can't save our own? That's not right. That is not right. And listen, Brother Mark, real quick before I go to the next caller. This thing that they got called a new Chicago for the immigrants, that's their thing. Listen, I'm not telling them to chop that away, but I'm telling them we need a new Chicago for Black Chicago. Now, if they can get it, you know we can get it. And we should. We paying in it, taxpayers. I'm just saying now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying it's only right. Okay, I got next caller. 8714. I think that's Erica. What's up, Erica? Erica, I think that's you.
Hey, how y'all doing?
What's going on?
Yeah, that's me. What's up, Mara?
What's
everyone?
going on? How you doing?
Obviously this is a very I'm good. This is obviously a very tense situation.
Yes, it is.
I don't know if you remember, Martin, on a previous show when I brought up about Lyndon B. Johnson's quote that said, if you can get the lowest white man to think he's better than the highest black man, he won't notice you're picking his pocket. And that right now, I believe we are being pickpocketed as black people, as a black community, with this migrant situation.
Okay, Erica, let me ask you a question. Erica, hold it, Erica. Hold it right there. Hold it right there. When you say, help me out, I'm a little slow. You know, you know everything, so I'm a little slow. What do you mean by pickpocketing? Who are you referring to? Are you including yourself in that? Go ahead.
Yeah, what I mean by of course, the black community in general. Like, I mean, I live in the hood. I live on the south side, so I'm not on the north side. But what I'm saying is, by pickpocketing, like a regular pickpocket, right? The way they pickpocket you is they distract you with something else, and while your head is turned to that, they pick your pocket. Same thing with this, right? We focus on the migrant, right?
Hold it.
Distraction.
Hold on.
How you get
How could Erica?
Our resources.
Erica. Now, first of all, a pickpocket is a thief. It's a thief.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You got to agree with me on that. Now, if you working with a pickpocket, you're an accessory to a thief. So you telling me the black community is being.
Let me clarify.
Oh, you better clarify it. I'm telling you, because all right. I'm gonna give you time. Go ahead, clarify.
Let me clarify what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let me clarify what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
This is what I'm saying. So let me make it real plain. So I just saw a news report that broke down the money. I'm talking about our tax dollars. When I say pickpocketed, I'm talking about the tax dollars that us who are American citizens, who all live here, pay into, right? That's going to this crisis, quote unquote crisis that's been created. I looked at a news report and it said that each migrant, y'all listen to this, in the city of Chicago is reportedly getting $225 a day per migrant. Per migrant. That is $7,000 per month. That's $89,000 a year. I don't know about y'all, but I barely make no $89,000 a year. So what that says, if you actually look at the situation of these migrants, even the ones that are being housed in basically detention centers where they get a little bit of food, their children still sleeping on the floor, they don't have access to school or education, they out here begging in the streets.
Erica, that's not
y'all really
Erica, that's not our problem. If they living on a city, sleeping on the floor, that's really not our problem. We concerned about that. But what about our people that's sleeping in below zero under the viaducts, cold, can't get health care? What about our veterans? I mean,
Martin,
come on there, Erica.
Come on. Martin, you're not
get to the point then.
You're not hearing what I'm saying. What I'm saying is is that if we look at the conditions that the migrants are in, that should tell us that tax money, that money is going to somebody else's pocket. Somebody is getting rich off of this.
But okay, Erica. Now, hold on, Erica. We know who pocket is going to. It's going to the migrants. That's our money. And we shouldn't be mad. We should just sit on our hands and don't say anything. Hold on. We should, if the migrants getting hold on. Now, hold it. Somebody, these migrants are not living in the city of Chicago for free. They're not living here for free. Those are ones that's been housed and given things. They're not living here for free. Now, I can't say about the ones if they just walk on the street, sleeping at the police station. I can't say that about them. But the ones that are being housed in hotels and different shelters, they're giving these shelters and they're giving these churches money to house these migrants. That's our money. And we shouldn't be upset. We upset at the government, and we're upset.
Absolutely right.
So don't tell us that we've been pickpocketed.
You're absolutely right, Martin. I'm not disagreeing with you.
Okay, go ahead.
We being picked. Let me give a better example.
Please do.
Martin, you made this example before. So you know how people take their foster kids and they get a check for the foster kids?
Mm-hmm.
That don't mean that money they get actually be going to the foster kids. That don't mean that they be caring about that foster kid. That don't mean that the foster kid gets what they need. That some of them people pocket that money, and the foster kids don't have crap and end up in the streets begging.
Okay.
That's what I mean, Martin, by being picked up. Just because these organizations and entities are getting ducted for so-called caring for migrants, the same like the foster care.
Well, Erica.
And I'm telling y'all right now,
Erica.
there are people that are not migrants
Erica.
are pocketing this money.
Erica, we know that. We got people that look like us that's doing the same thing. Let me just say this. We are tax-paying citizens. And it's almost impossible not to be mad at the migrants. And we want to be loving at the same time. We want to be caring and compassion. I am. I'm a very compassionate person. As I said at the beginning, I don't want to see no migrant, young or old, on the street begging a homeless barefoot. But at the same time, I don't want to see my people. And when I say my people, white people, black people, all homeless people, I'm going to say the homeless population, whatever race they may be, they deserve housing first. I'll say that. My people is black, but I'll say that as a whole.
Hey. Check this out, Martin.
Go ahead.
Check this out, Martin.
Go ahead.
Listen, whether it's the people stealing the money, whether it's the immigrants who come in here illegally, wanting to receive the money, it's time that we speak against all of it. Okay? I'm not here to cry for no damn immigrants. No migrants, immigrants, illegal immigrants, legal immigrants either. I don't give a damn about them either. Because none of these people, when it came to fighting for our issue, when it comes to fighting for our issue, stands with us. Even though it was our people that in 1965 fought prior to that to get the Naturalization Act passed. The Naturalization Act of 1965 was fought for by Black Americans. Helped bring these people to this country, and guess what they did? They came over here and sided with these white folks that had been against us. She's doing it. She's a progressive. She's over there with them white racist Jews. And you notice she don't never speak on the black side of her family that she say exists. She always telling you about some goddamn immigrants and some gays and shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, we're not here to be to go along with what you're talking about. You're a progressive. You with them with that agenda that's anti our people. Okay? And so our move is to speak on our people, stand up for our people, and demand resources for our people first and foremost. I'm a protector and provider by nature. Okay? I'm not here to cry for nobody else. I'm here to cry about and fight and stand up for Black American people, mainly our women and children.
Okay, so yo.
Hey, brother, that ain't how you come in, brother. But I'll let you come.
We don't have time to be fighting for nobody. We don't have time to be crying for nobody else, fighting for nobody else. speaking up for somebody else. Our people are homeless. Our
Let
people
me
are
get up in here real
homeless.
quick.
They're jobless. Hold up, man. Let me finish what I'm saying, okay? Look, our people are homeless, jobless, dying, miseducated, schools closing in our communities, and black people study talking about somebody else. See, I got a problem with black people that are black Americans saying all this stuff. Why y'all don't stand up for our people? Your own people, your own family members that's homeless, your own family members that's jobless. You talk against them, but then you say take care of somebody else. The hell with you too. If you're a black American and you speaking up for somebody else first and foremost over our people, the hell with you too.
Okay, big brother. Go ahead.
Yo.
Go ahead.
What's the word, my brother? How are you?
Good. What you want to say, brother? Come on with it.
So, I sat back. So, I sat back and I listened, man. I didn't say nothing. Everybody focuses the wrong thing. Y'all worry about the migrant. So what? The Africans got here first. The Africans came too. Did nobody say nothing? They got all the same resources that the migrants get. It's like I understand that Chicago got to bring their population back up, whether it be by hook or crook.
You missed the whole point, brother. You
worry about the wrong thing.
Brother, you missed the whole point. Mark, explain to him again. I'm going to let Mark explain it to you. You missed the whole point. I don't know when you came in on the conversation.
I'm listening.
Go ahead, Mark. Explain to him. Explain it to him, Mark.
Hey, watch this. Right.
Explain to him slowly. Go ahead.
Hey, Mark. Right. Because, see, let me say this.
I don't know if he was in the beginning. Okay.
I don't go back and forth with no patience.
Right.
Okay? I don't go back and forth with patience. So if he ain't willing to come in and be a student before he come in and say some dumb shit like he just said, then I don't know what to tell him. Okay? So this stuff is about man, we've been out here on the front line of this stuff for the longest. The Africans are anti-us. The Caribbeans are anti-us. The Mexicans are anti-us. The Jews are anti-us. The Indians are anti-us. Yep. And so don't tell me nothing about no group of immigrants, because all these immigrants have come together against America, mainly black America. Yep. And so maybe he needs to take a back seat and be a student for a few minutes before he yo. Okay. So
Mark, can I say something, please?
This thing is where our people. Let me say this to us. Everywhere we look across this country, listening to these racist ass progressives, including the black racist progressives, our people are homeless. Everywhere where we've listened to that bullshit, man, I didn't mean to cut. Okay? Everywhere that we have seen these immigrants come in, they've eventually taken over. In California, the Hispanics have taken over. In Minneapolis, Minnesota, the Somalis have taken over. In New York, the Haitians and Jamaicans and those other immigrant groups have taken over. If you look in Florida, the Zopound gang with the Haitians and the Cubans, they have taken over. Nobody's
okay.
So we
say Brother Mark.
That's
Brother Mark.
Don't go.
Brother Mark. So I am also a person that be on the front line every day, all day. I see the homeless by my house every morning. No matter what color they is, no matter what nationality they is, it don't matter to me.
That's right.
What I'm trying to explain is that what I'm trying to say is that, man, we focus on the wrong thing. Let them people do what they do, because at the end of the day, they're gonna do what they gotta do.
Okay.
What I'm tired of seeing is these kids down in these streets.
Okay, brother.
That's what I'm tired of seeing.
Let me see, bro. Let me say this, brother. Hold on. No, hold it, brother. Let me explain something to you. You don't see the urgency, brother. When black people are not eating, I'm not just talking about the kids, the teenagers, the grown folks. What other option they got to do? Commit crime. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Listen, we
Yeah,
in a
fine, fact.
listen. We are in a competitive society. That's what we are.
Fact.
You either
So the thing is, so
And
no, hold on. Let me finish, brother. Let me finish. I'm gonna let you talk. No. You ain't over talking there, brother. Let's be patient. We talked earlier today, so let's get it out. Okay. Now listen. Let me explain something to you. This is a matter of life and death, brother. This is threatening the future, Black America future, right here in the city of Chicago. You have children.
Facts.
I have children.
Facts.
Now, listen. It's not a matter of leaving nobody alone. The same people that we're talking about are being funded by our dollars. Our dollars. We have people that look like you and I that's living, that you feed every day, that are U.S. citizens, can't get the benefit that they're getting right now. That's not right, brother. That's not right. That's all I'm saying. That's not right. Hold on. Let me just say this. It's not like, let me just say this. My more concern is not the migrants, it's our people that we get our fare. That's what my concern is. First. Not that I hate migrants. No, I'm not. Listen, I told people I don't want to see nobody homeless, but I guarantee you, I want to see the people that was born here service first. That's what I'm saying. That's only right. That's it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, it's not only right. It's about respect.
Martin,
yeah. Marcus, go ahead.
My thing is, like I said, in order to curb all of that, we got to curb this violence first.
Brother.
If we don't curb this violence
Brother, listen what I just told you. What I tell you. If you going on construction sites, you hear Hispanics. If you're going to see yards done, Hispanics. You go in these restaurants, Hispanic. What you think? Hold on, brother. Listen, Mark Carter said it. He on his live right now. If we don't feed our young people's going to eat us. And we seeing that right now, brother. We seeing it right now.
Yeah,
listen,
I missed that part.
I know. I'm just saying. We're seeing it right now, brother. Listen,
You're right, Martin.
We're seeing that right now. Do you think I enjoy seeing a black man getting gunned down by the police, or another black man jacking another black man for his car that he worked so hard for? I don't get that, brother. Listen. If you don't eat, I don't eat. If Mark don't eat, Erica eat, listen. We gonna have to do something. We might go into a life of crime. That could be prostitution. That could be selling drugs. That could be fraud. That could be armed robbery. That could be all types of things. So what I'm saying is, we're living in a competitive society, brother. That's all I'm saying. We're living in a competitive society, and we're gonna listen. We've been a second-class citizen in this country for years. Now imagine being, and still don't have nothing. Imagine being third and fourth. What's gonna happen? Imagine what's gonna happen. That's all I'm saying, brother. I'm not trying to kill no migrants.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean,
that ain't my heart. My heart.
Go ahead. I came in on like the middle of the conversation.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Like I said, I 100% agree with what you're saying. You understand? I 100% agree with
right. And brother,
you know what I mean?
Listen, and let me say this, brother. It is a crime when black people don't eat. That's a crime. When your baby mama get on hard times and can't afford market rate rent, she should be able to get subsidized in Section 8. She shouldn't have to wait on, she shouldn't have to take a back paddle for a migrant to come over and get it before her. It shouldn't be that way. It should not be that way. That's all I'm saying. Anybody can fall on hard times.
No doubt.
You can't, Marcus next. You can't you can't tell me if I go in there for welfare, apply for a link card, and they tell me, I'm sorry, we ran out of money. What do you mean you ran out of money? That would be devastating to me. My thing is, with the 8,000 migrants that came here to the city of Chicago, my thing is to Brandon, don't take no more. That we at the limit, right? We can't take no more. We got people walking up and down the street, holding up signs and all. That's not fair to them because you promised them that if they come to Chicago, not saying Brandon Johnson, that you was gonna look out for them. They shouldn't be sleeping in a police station on the floor. And neither should our homeless people that was born and raised here, our veterans, shouldn't be sleeping under the viaducts as well. Go ahead, Marcus. Go ahead, Marcus. Go ahead, Marcus. He next.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Marcus. I know you've been holding for 30 minutes.
Everybody here.
Yes.
Yeah, I almost forgot my thoughts, but
Go ahead.
what's going on in this city right now is terrible. How do you take care of other people and your own is suffering? I've never understood that about America. How do you take care? And I love a lot of people, but I'm Black American, and Black Americans are the most hated race on the face of this earth. Why we're hated? I don't know why we're so hated, but I will say this. We have to start looking out for each other. It doesn't mean that we don't like immigrants, but you teach in school not to break the law, but the lawmakers are breaking the law. So how can you teach the children not to break the law, and the very people who say don't break the law, they're breaking the law? First of all, those people are illegal. They should be sent back to where they came from because America can't even take care of its own people.
So they should be sent to jail. When we
I
get
can
some
see
illegal,
if
we
there
would
was
send
no
them jail.
homeless people. I can see if there were no homeless people sleeping on the streets of America right now. We could gladly take in other people. But America has its own problem. America's children are dying, which America's future is dying. And the white folks are so racist toward us that they would rather they would let the gate open and let everything come over here and then blame our children and blame it on our community about the high crime. When a lot of this crime that's being committed in our community is being committed by people who look like us but ain't us. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey, brother. Hey, brother. Let's make a correction about this, right? Because see, a lot of times we get all these white folks mixed up with one another. When you look at these conservative white folks, they're not the ones that say bring these illegals over here. Now the conservative one percenters, yeah, the ruling class, white conservatives and Democrats, right, and liberals, right. But when it comes down to the working class, white Republicans and conservatives, they're not saying bring these illegals over here. These are these goddamn progressives. These are these liberals. These are those type of white folks. And these are black people that go along with that liberal stuff. These same liberals that's pushing the LGBT agenda, the same liberals that's pushing the feminist agenda, the same liberals that's pushing the elitist agenda, they all are against us. And so when I hear somebody say they're progressive, they might as well told me that was a Ku Klux Klan member. That's how I look at them, because that's who they are. These are those type of white people, them Jews and stuff. They're the ones saying bring these immigrants over here. These conservatives are not saying that, and these liberal Black Americans are saying that. That's who's saying bring all these immigrants over. Okay, and they don't care nothing about. They don't care nothing about that our people are starving. Let me say this: they don't care nothing about our people are starving. As a matter of fact, they're the same ones that say lock them up. They're the same ones that say kick them out of public housing. These Black Americans, these liberal whites, all of them, they've been going along with this. But now they want us to cry for some immigrants and stuff. We're not going to cry for them. We're not here to cry for nobody but ourselves. These same people that said lock us up when we committed crimes, they're saying love on the immigrants. No, lock their ass up too. They broke the law, lock them up and throw them out of the country. That's how we have to do this right here. The hell with that progressive stuff that Erica and all of them be talking about. You notice she says her family is half Black. When have y'all ever heard her speak up for her half Black side of the family? She always telling y'all about some old white stuff or some old immigrant shit. You know what I'm saying? She don't never say nothing. You ain't never heard. Look, I've been hearing her for the last 4 days, y'all. For the last 4 days, I've been listening to her on live. If y'all notice, she ain't never said nothing about if she support an office of Black Americans. All she do is stand up for immigrants. You know why? Because she's an immigrant. She waves the immigrant flag, the Bolivian flag. Go to her Facebook page.
Mark, talking about
She waves that flag. She even got on there. Immigrants are here to stay. Yeah. Ma'am, I work with Paul Vallis because he was pushing for a office of Black Americans, and he was anti-immigration.
Right. Hey,
okay. I work with Paul Vallis because he was talking about making sure that we get an office of Black Americans. Okay. But I don't care nothing about that white boy. If I can use him for our people, I will. I don't care nothing about no white folks. That's your job. That's your job to care about white folks. I don't care about no white folks, even when I'm using them. That's the difference in me and you. I kick their ass. You kiss their ass. You got a baby by a white man. Who want to lay down and had a baby by one of them? You know what I'm saying? You don't care nothing about black. You don't control my poo-poo. You don't control my poo-poo. Sorry.
All right, people, we're getting too personal. Hey, y'all, hold it right there. We can't do that now. Listen, Marcus, come on, Marcus. We can't get personal like that, bro. Baby's innocent.
Yeah, basically what I want to say.
Baby's innocent. All right. Go ahead.
We go to the aid office, they give us problems. We go to Social Security, they give us problems. But you're bringing in immigrants and you're giving them houses. And let me share this with you. They were stealing Black people homes in Inglewood. There were Mexicans, Arabs, stealing Black people property. They tried to do it to the church that I was at. They went and put a for sale sign on church property that the church owns. I told the pastor, "You selling the building?" He said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "It's a for sale sign up there." I saw a white guy putting a sign out there.
Hey, Marcus.
They went out there and checked him and called the police.
Marcus, hold your thought for a minute. Let me just say something real quick. Let me just say something to Mark and Erica. Now, I don't mind y'all going back and forth, but let's try to leave. We want to leave the babies out of this. You know, this cool. Hey, I just want to do that. I want to say that because I don't want to.
a horrible person at the end of the day.
Okay,
I hope he
Erica, I'm talking. Erica, let me talk. Let me talk. I'm trying to get some things clear so we get some ground rules here. I don't mind you guys going back and forth debating. It doesn't matter to me. But what I don't want nobody really be going and nobody calling nobody names. We all grown on here and we see things different. That's all I'm saying. All right, Marcus, go ahead. I just want to be fair to everybody. Go ahead, Marcus. Go ahead. Go ahead, Marcus. I'm sorry. I knocked you off your thought. Go ahead. Yeah.
For any Black person or any American citizen over here, you should be alarmed at what's going on because we can't even get what we need. And we were born and raised. We put in work here. We put in work here. There are people right now out here busting their ass for this so-called American dream. And here are our own leaders, our own so-called leaders who preach rebuild the American economy. We get most of our stuff from overseas, right down to our food. And then you open the gates and let all these immigrants come in here. They've been coming in here. They've been coming in here, taking our jobs. And then you ask these kids why they're out here killing each other. That's part of why they're killing each other. And again, there are immigrant gangs over here that look like us that can infiltrate our community and come in here and do drive-bys. Why you think they'll never catch the shoot? And I'm gonna leave it open for somebody else to talk.
Okay, I got 60.
Can I say something, please?
No, hold. I got two more people. We're not going to listen. I want to change, reel it back in. I'll come back to you. I promise you. I'll come back to you. Okay, I got two people. I'm gonna come back to you, Erica. Okay. 6112. Come on, call. I think that's Reb the barber. I think that's him. Hello.
What's going on, everybody?
Oh, hey, Reb. Welcome back, man. Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm just sitting on here and I'm listening to the chaos that's going on in Chicago. Definitely with these immigrants, migrants, whatever they want to be calling them. Pretty much what they did, they kidnapped them and shipped them on. They pretty much human traffickers. You know what I'm saying? That everything that they're doing right now is human trafficking. So the same thing they say that they got the laws for what they say the same Hispanics is doing over there and the cartel and everything. They're doing the same thing that the cartel is doing right now. And here in Chicago, it's just a base. Chicago is the test runner. It's the rat trail. It's where it starts at. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna send all these migrants over here. Yeah, it's about jobs, and we all know that they're getting funded. But know that we're in the synagogue. You've seen the rise of the synagogue of Satan. It's not going to be only in Chicago. It's going to be everywhere because all states are going to fall in line with the things they're seeing Chicago do, the progressive movement, liberal, these different beliefs. Look at the coronations getting ready to happen. Look what happened to Jamie Foxx. Just look at everything that's happening to migrants. Is just, these are things they're making us put our hands on to attack because it's happening on home base. But it's bigger than what we think it is, and we just gotta, really, as people of our culture and who we are, we really gotta, learn to stand together, try to live together, grow business together, invest in each other. You got folks out here that got money that's just holding in their pocket, but they got enough to sit up there and help their brother, or help their sister, and it's just talking and talking and talking. You got young people out here with $1 million ideas. If only somebody took them by the hand and invested in it. Now look at what happened with the young people downtown. Now you're dealing with this migrant situation. You think ain't no violence and all that stuff is not going to sit up there and happen? Yes, it's going to happen. And then jobs, where does jobs at? They said that the businesses and everything is leaving. So what are these migrants coming in? It's those the dollars that's going to sit up there and help them in the time until they can bring more ideas. It's really going to sit up there and keep us left out. So yeah, you're talking about third string, fourth string of the people. Yeah, we've been at second class, third. Yeah, we've been third class for the past 10 years. We probably in the fourth class stage right now.
Mm-hmm.
And look how quickly it's going to grow because of the migrants. 8,000 people. Don't know nothing about the people, but they're just walking the streets of Chicago, getting help in the streets of Chicago, being talked about. They're Chicago talked about right now. And everybody's still forgetting about our children.
All right, somebody make a noise now.
We gotta.
Go ahead, Brad.
Yeah, somebody making noise. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of issues that we're facing here in Chicago. It's all about money. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot going on. This NASCAR, all this stuff. I'm sure they're gonna have some migrants getting jobs out there helping clean up. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things they getting ready. It's a business move to them, and we're all products. That's pretty much we're a product of our own environment. They're a product of their environment. Chinese is our product of their environment. But we can be a better product of our environment if we just sit up there and learn how to use our money better together, care about each other more, care about each other's children more, care about what's really going on in these schools more, because our future is still being able to live day by day because our kids are still living and growing up. Yeah, there's a lot of casualties, but you can't stop. We can't stop. We can't just sit back and just talk about it either. If we network with anything, we ought to talk about it. We ought to make sure we in the atmosphere, you know what I'm saying, it's talked about in the atmosphere. So it's like, because the migrants come on their own thing. They come and now they here. You can't kick them out of Chicago and they not going to take them and return them back to where they come from.
All right.
But Mark, you're right. Stop the step.
Right. All
you can do is say stop the step. If they continue to step, then you know what it is.
Reb, let me play this video real quick.
What power do we have?
Let me play this video, Dr. Claude Anderson. I want to play this video. I'm sorry.
Great man.
Play this video.
Why the year 2015? 2015 because what I've concluded from analysis is that there are going to be a converging of social factors nationally and internationally that's going to place blacks in a permanent status of underclasship. And we anticipate by that point in time, based on all the research that's coming to us, that the next generation of whites is going to be more anti-black than they've been since the Civil Rights Movement. 2, we anticipate by the same token about 86 million Hispanics coming into the United States and about 41 million Asians by that point in time, which is going to kick black folk out of being the minority in the society down to a minority. We've been number 2 in the society for 400 years as a group. We're going to become number 4. And if we have not gotten anything after being number 2 for 400 years, you guess what's going to happen when we become number 4. because at that point in time, all the new groups coming into America, they're coming in higher than we are because this country operates off of a preferential acceptance program, which means that groups are coming in based on skin color. They're going from the lightest down to the darkest. Light, yellow, brown, black. And that's what our immigration laws are based on. And black folk would not be able to penetrate through those groups to get to the white society when that happens, because those groups owe us nothing. They don't understand our problems, and they are competitive with us, and we don't begin to be a little more aggressive about being in a competitive posture. They're going to eat our lunches.
You mentioned that blacks will be pretty much a permanent underclass in America by the year 2015. Why the year 2015?
2015 because what I've concluded from analysis is that there's going to be a converging of social factors nationally and internationally that's going to place blacks in a permanent status of underclassship. And one, we anticipate by that point in time, based on all the research that's coming to us, that the next generation of whites is going to be more anti-black than they've been since the civil rights movement. Two, we anticipate by the same token about 86 million Hispanics coming into the United States and about 41 million Asians by that point in time, which is going to kick black folk out of being the minority in the society down to a minority. We've been number 2 in the society for 400 years as a group. We're going to become number 4. And if we have not gotten anything after being number 2 for 400 years, you guess what's going to happen when we become number 4. Because at that point in time, all the new groups coming into America, they're coming in higher than we are because this country operates off of a preferential acceptance program, which means that groups are coming in based on skin color. They're going from the lightest down to the darkest. Light, yellow, brown, black. And that's what our immigration laws are based on. And black folk would not be able to penetrate through those groups to get to the white society when that happens, because those groups owe us nothing. They don't understand our problems, and they are competitive with us, and we don't begin to be a little more aggressive about being in a competitive posture. They're going to eat our lunches.
All right. I hope some of you guys heard it, but I tried to make it where you hear it. I don't know why you couldn't hear it, but all right. I think I was Reb. Go ahead, Reb, real quick. Finish up. Did you hear Reb?
Yeah, let me finish up. Yeah, I definitely heard Mark, and man, by the spirit, I don't know if it's something I said to make you play that video or whatever, but I read, my father had me reading Paul Anderson books like Black Labors and White Man's Wealth, you know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much where I get some of my ideas of what I'm seeing, like the first string, the fourth class. That's where we at. You're starting to see it come gradually upon us, and because we don't have no think tank system upon ourselves and our culture to stick together and come together and move with the flow of the modern day, we're gonna find ourselves in a situation that we are, where a high percentage of black people in Chicago are gonna be low income down to homeless. You know, and hopefully Brandon Johnson is looking at it from our point of view, knowing that we are the root cause of the economic downfall in Chicago because of us. The growth of it can be because of us. Crime is because of the black community. Everything that you see, if you look at it, everything in Chicago moves off of blackness. But now they're saying they're showing you they don't care much at all about blackness. That's why immigrants are able to come in and now look at the dollars off them. You think they're not going to come over here and try to work the hardest, work for the lowest pay? You're seeing that happen, exactly what Dr. Anderson is saying. So as we're sitting up here, we're arguing this is what the fight is all to be about. No, we can't punch somebody not knowing what you're hitting. You got to be able to speak the policy of their own black and white against them. You got to be able to know the laws and how they work, because you'll be able to work it greater than how they're working there. And you got to be for your own self. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop even supporting those people that say they look like us and speak for us. That's not for us. Look at what we just seen. And that's what I'm hoping that we can sit up there and come to the point of understanding. That's why I try to speak now that to the Southside Baptist Pastors Conference, you know what I'm saying, being a part of them and being able to have it here now. I'm throwing it out there about our youth. You know what I'm saying? They always want to know what's going on with the youth. So when I hear it coming from wherever, hey, I'm throwing it right back out there at the table. But now it's the immigrants. There's so much that we're going through in Chicago, but also look at what's going on around the world. And you're gonna see that you can't transverse it. You just gotta understand how to adjust and survive in it. but we got to stick together. We can't nobody
All right.
do it individually.
All
That's
right,
all I
Red.
want.
Thank you. All right, I got a last caller. Then I'll go back to my panel of 5219. 5219. No, thank you for your patience. You've been waiting a long time. 5219. Last 40. I'm so sorry
Yes,
for having.
I'm here actually.
Listen, I'm so
Can you
sorry.
hear me?
Yeah, I
That's
hear you.
fine.
I'm so sorry. I apologize. We had, I'm the referee here, the ringmaster, trying to get it together. But go ahead. Go ahead, my dear sister. Go ahead.
That's fine. So actually, my name is Sheila Garland Olani Ron.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to start out by saying that I'm originally from Flint, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
I know people may know Flint, and what I experienced in Flint, you all experienced here in Chicago. It's happened around the world. When I grew up, auto was king. The auto industry was king and was very labor intensive. And at one point in the 1940s, it was actually seasonal. And so there was a point at which the corporation, the auto industry, went to the governor of Michigan, this was in the mid 40s, to say, listen, we need some way to retain these workers when we shut down for the changeover so that they can have some bare minimum assistance so that we can re-employ them because they know how the process works in the factory. At one point in Flint, Michigan, there were over 100,000 people engaged in auto production. And I remember the day when they introduced a robotic arm into the Buick, would have been a labor-intensive process, which was putting in the big molds and trannies that took 400 men to manage. A robotic arm replaced those 400 men. They hit the streets, never to return to the factories again. Today, in Flint, Michigan, there are less than 10,000 people engaged in auto production. If you look along the Calumet River and Lake Michigan from Gary, Indiana, all the way into the south side of Chicago, the steel factories are shuttered. Most of industry no longer takes place with intensive labor production because now we have a new method of production that is run on electricity and computer technology, which means for the first time in the history of humanity, we have labor that permanently replaces us. This labor also allows for the exportation of work or jobs or technology. And we're in the position where we're competing with this technology for our wages. Not understanding that tremendous shift is a problem, much like what happened during the Great Migration, where in this country, we had over 1 million Black people who were pushed off the land and landed in urban centers like Chicago, LA, Atlanta, whatever. Those folks were facing a different type of production, which was the combine, the tractor. So where you would have gangs of Black workers in the cotton fields and the fields in the South, you now have these huge tractors and combines that pushed us off the land. If we don't understand what the force is, the motive force is that runs our economy and hence runs the world, we're going to spend our lives bickering about who is the person that's going to take my job or whatever. And I want to quote Martin Luther King because he said, listen, if we can learn how to see the person next to us as our ally as opposed to our enemy, then we can actually become that new and unsettling force that can change the complacent economic structures of this system and really talk about liberating people. Martin Luther King understood that the technology was going to tremendously impact how people moved in the world and how these corporations are now, we have high rents, we have high food, our water, our electricity, all these things that were at one point community owned and community managed have now become privatized and sold out to the corporations. And so now these things have become out of reach for
stove. I'm also down with Fred Hampton, who said, listen, we are going to fight racism with solidarity. When Fred Hampton went into Uptown, up north, he sent his lieutenant, Robert Lee, to all these white folks who had just come out of Appalachia. This was in the 1960s, and said, come on and join with us, because just like you guys are being pushed into Lake Michigan, you got rats and roaches, the cops are beating your head, the cops are beating your ass. Those white folks that came from the hills, in that room where Robert E. Lee showed up, they had on the paraphernalia of the Confederacy. They didn't understand. But after they worked with the Black Panthers for a while, they became part of that original Rainbow Coalition. And they also set up programs of mutual aid in those communities as well. They had the free health clinics. They were fighting against the police. But they joined with Fred Hampton. And they were actually the folks that were responsible for protecting him. They joined with the other folks, if you know the history. I would suggest people look at the movie by Rand Santafabian, who really goes into great detail about the history of the origins of the original Rainbow Coalition. Okay. And so I just want to remind people that in Chicago, we have a rich history of really uniting with those folks who live in similar conditions, because we understand who our common enemy is. The enemy of Black people are not Latinos coming from Mexico or Honduras. The enemy of Black people are not workers and peasants and farm workers being pushed off the land because of technology. They're not our enemy. They're workers in this country just like we are, just like we were enslaved workers during slavery. We had to join together to figure out how we can liberate ourselves, and we were able to do that.
Hold on.
So in order to get to that point, we had to
hold it. I understand what you're saying, but let me just tell you this. You cannot compare the Black American, the African American, the Negro plight to no other race here in Chicago or in the United States at all. Nobody suffered the way we suffered. You can't, I'm not going to allow you to do that. I understand that. We love others, but some things we have to do for ourselves. I'm telling you, because, hey, nobody can fight our fight better than we can. Let me just say this, sister. I'm going to let you talk. Nobody, I'm going to let you talk. I promise you, I'm going to let you talk. I promise you. I'm not like that. I ain't one of those that say what I say, then cut you off the phone and you go. I don't do that. That's not me. I want to hear what you have to say, but I want you to hear what I have to say as well. So my thing is, we don't mind people helping us out, allies, what you call them, but this thing right here, we have to do this for ourselves. We are in a competitive thing right now. It's either swim or sink, sister. Trust me. Nobody cares about the civil rights movement, these other groups. They don't care about what we went through in Fred Hampton and Martin Luther King. They're over here for one reason only, to survive, to make it for their group. That's what they're here for. They don't care about all that. They can care less about our Black history. Matter of fact, when they come to this country, other groups, they're told not to mingle with Black Americans. They're told that. They are told that. Why you think here in the city of Chicago is so segregated? This is not no melting pot. A melting pot when we all live together, all mixed up. This is not no melting pot. Everybody have their own community problems. As the brother said earlier, you don't see the Chinese fighting for the Black folks. You don't see the Italians fighting for the Black folks. You don't see the Spanish people fighting for Black people. We suffer more than all of them put together. We've lost everything. And here we are. We want to extend our hand to everybody. But with this right now, and I respect history, but we have to do this ourselves, sister. We have to fight. How are we going to expect somebody to help us and when we're not helping ourselves? That's all I'm saying. We have to fight. We understood what Martin Luther King was trying to do. We living in a different day and a different time. The white man has pent them against us. Okay, go ahead, sister. I'm gonna stop. Go ahead. Go ahead. Talk, sister. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And then listen. Okay, I do want to say this. So, the reality is that what you just described is not necessarily, history has never been where people were totally isolated and fought for themselves. I mean, to overthrow slavery, black people united with other people who
hold on,
opposed
sister.
to slavery.
Well,
listen, listen, I'm telling you history. I'm not
hold on. Let me just say something to you. Okay, mother, let me just say this and I'm gonna let you talk. It have been many revokes here in this city, not in the United States. Some you know about and some you don't know about it. Those revokes was for black, there was black people. No other race was helping black people. It was black people. I'm telling y'all people, if you want to do your research.
That's actually not true.
That is true. That is true. We have many revokes in this, listen, sister, and all around the United States, some you know about and some you don't know about that have been buried in history. Do you know this country spent billions of dollars to keep us not knowing? And I guarantee you, if black people knew, if they knew who they are and the magnitude of their power, we wouldn't be in this situation right now. And I'm going to say this, I'm going to let you talk. Intelligent people know how to solve their own problems. Intelligent people. So if you're not solving your problems, we're not so intelligent. Go ahead, my dear sister. Go ahead.
So I just want to, say that I described a world that's global in nature. I've described a world that has shifted and changed. So if we are living in a world that's global in nature, then that means that our solutions lie in understanding what the world is that we currently live in. We're facing poverty. 140 million people in this country live in poverty, of which 62% of that 140 million are white and in poverty. The point that I'm trying to make is that we cannot overthrow poverty or conquer the issue of poverty, which brings bring immigrants to not just the United States, but to other countries. We can't resolve this issue because it's worldwide in isolation from one another. It's a whole new day.
No.
What might have happened historically might have been true. Although my history tells me, let me just finish my thought and I'll let you talk. Okay.
So we might have been able
to settle some issues, but every single revolt, just let me finish and then I'm gonna let you guys go ahead. But the reality is that we have a totally different kind of world that we're living in. And the reality is that the folks that are fleeing their countries, that's not gonna stop. And the kinds of policies that are being created at the national as well as the international level, not only do they mimic each other, but they guarantee that we're so busy fighting amongst ourselves that we can't see that pickpocket in our pocket stealing from us. There are 62 individuals that own half the wealth of the world. That means we have over 3 billion people that live in a level of poverty that is not resolvable. So we have to talk about uniting together. We have to have internationalism.
Uniting together.
Who are allies, not just our allies, but I'm just saying we have to figure out how
united together.
Fight together.
Oh,
because
sister,
we can't overthrow poverty.
Listen.
We cannot overthrow poverty in isolation because
first of all,
we know the nature of the country.
Mother,
white people
mother,
the ruling class actually articulate the agenda.
Mother, can I say something?
And when we fall into
Mother,
we're aligning with their agenda.
Mother, let me say something. Okay, I'm trying to be very respectful. I don't want to be rude to you at all, So I want you to grant me the same respect I'm giving to you, okay? All right, that's how we do things here. Sound like a first-time call. First of all, let me just explain something to you. The scripture says charity begins at home. People have a problem when black people want to be independent of other people. First of all, what would this world be without black people, without invent? Take away the black people. what would you have here? Probably not much. All right?
That's right.
Listen, sister. We have been indoctrinated to believe that we need others to help us solve our problems. Not so. Everything that we need is within us. The scripture says, greater is he that is within us than he that is in the world. Now, listen, as I said, our history, no one on the face of earth can compare their history to our history. Our blood is soaked in the soil of America. It's soaked in America. And no disrespect to no other nationality. I'm not a race hater. I'm not a race baiter or none of those things. We are our own solution. We've been here 400 years, 400, 500 some years, and look at us, still in the same situation. What was these wonderful groups when they had the mass incarceration of the black man? What was these wonderful groups at with the Jim Crow? What was these wonderful groups at when they was feeding our children to alligators? What was these wonderful groups doing the Tuskegee experiment? What was that? Who spoke out? What was our group at when Margaret Sanger introduced abortion for population control? What was these groups at? I'm saying groups. Where were they at? To warn us, people that look like you and I, hey, you better not do that. Don't go that way. Where were they? Where were they? Listen, I've been taught in the Christian church, if you see somebody doing something and you may not directly be involved and you enjoying it, is wrong. You is just as guilty. And I tell that to a police officer. If you call yourself a good cop and you see your partner committing a police crime against a citizen and you turn a blind eye and don't say anything, you is just as guilty. So I'm not looking for nobody to come and save us.
Hey,
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother. Mark.
And Mark, you know.
So I just want to.
Let the brother talk. Hold on, sister. Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
A lot of times,
Go ahead, Mark.
A lot of times you hear our people and we talk about that we need other people. Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
Yeah. See, our people love to say, "Oh, we need other people," and these, but they can never show you where those people have helped our people. They always tell you we need these other people, and tell them to show you where those people have helped our people. They can't.
No.
Even though we fought to bring all these people over to the
You don't
country.
know the history.
Even though we
because there have been
show me what people have helped our people.
Where I will show you. I will tell you. First of all, I would highly encourage you to read
all the way.
Black Reconstruction.
Ma'am,
You should
show
actually
me.
read
Tell me
about
where these
the
people have helped our
free
people.
The free spoilers who united with black folks who actually elected.
Ma'am, what people
This was
have helped our people?
There were
None of them.
5 million
Let her finish.
who
Let her
were part
finish.
of it.
Don't-
I'm just asking you. I'm just telling you to read. You know, you have to take my word for it. Read the eminent scholar, whatever you need to vote. They'll tell you. Read.
Ma'am, tell me what people
They will tell
helped
you
our
the history.
people.
I just told you.
In the last, we're going to just go back.
White farmers.
Let's just go back 50 years. 50 years. In the last 50 years, tell me what group has helped our people.
Mark, let her answer your
When you
question.
talk about
Erica, please.
Ma'am, I'm not
Let
talking
them
to
talk.
you, Erica. I'm talking to her. I'm not talking to you, Erica. So, ma'am, in the last 50 years, tell me what group of people have helped our people.
I am about to tell you. Do you think that the fight for national liberation in this country was fought in isolation? It wasn't. It wasn't only about black people fighting. There were all kinds of people. I can name you Erdogan, who was Filipino. He brought Filipinos into the battle. I can tell you about all of the Chicanos, as they were called, who entered into the battle for civil rights and for national liberation. that the Asians, there were a number of Asian groups that we're beginning to learn those histories who actually fought along with us in order for us to gain a measure of civil rights in this country. And it's not ended. So you gotta know our history.
Ma'am, let me say something. Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
In the last 50 years, you can't show us any group that has helped our people in the last 50 years. In the last 50 years, I don't know nothing about no Asians that help black people. I don't know nothing about no damn Asians that help black people. Okay? So now, we don't need no help. We don't need no help from none of you integrated black folks. We don't want to hear nothing about no integration. We don't want to hear nothing about no people of color.
Amen.
We don't want to hear nothing about no black and brown. You know what I'm saying? The days are over with where we talking about black and brown, people of color, all that old liberal, progressive stuff that's being pushed down our throats. No. We don't need that. We need us and us only. Okay? And so
and you go
we
ahead,
look at poverty. We look at poverty, unemployment.
You get when poverty is not singular to black people. I just told you.
Ma'am. You watch how far we get. You watch how far we get.
I will say to you, I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to get off the phone because clearly you're not listening. But what I'm saying is their history is replete with efforts of folks joining together to do a thing or another. So you cannot negate that history. But I will say this, is that we don't need someone who is articulating the message of the ruling class and who I consider to be my enemy more than you are. You are absolutely on board, lock and step with the rulers in terms of making sure that none of us progress, most especially black people. So keep doing what you're doing and see where that gets you. But as for me, I understand history. And understanding history means that what you're advocating is a way to get all of us killed. Because if we're in isolation, we have
get us killed.
I guarantee you this right here. I guarantee you this right here. I bet you they won't be the only ones killing. I bet you they won't be the only ones killing.
I'm going to hang up. Good luck.
I bet you they won't be the only ones killing. Okay, I bet you they won't be the only ones killing. I don't worry about what they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't worry about them doing no killing. Last time I checked, ain't nobody did more killing in this city than black folks. So I ain't worried about what no white folks gonna do. Yeah, they ain't the only one got no guns. Yeah, they bleed, as long as they bleed blood like we bleed blood, I ain't worried about what they gonna do, what they gonna kill. Yeah, they ain't gonna do no more killing than we will. So now let me get back to the business, man. Because I don't even like having that conversation like that. See, you don't believe in the men because you want to run out there and think that you can lead the charge without men and women together. That's why you got that fear what they'll kill. See, when you got men around you, you don't worry about what nobody do when it comes to killing. So the men's job is to kill too. What you think our job is to do? Pray all the goddamn time? Shit. So now going back to this, going back to this, because I've listened and listened and listened, y'all. We are about to be wiped out. They said that we'll be at zero wealth by 2030, you all. It's 2023, and they're saying that we'll be at zero wealth by 2030. That's less than 10 years. We don't have time to be hemming and hawing and loving on everybody else while they're pushing their own agenda for their people. Okay? The Chinese in Chinatown ain't pushing for us. The Greeks in Greektown ain't pushing for us. The fucking the Mexicans in Little Village ain't pushing for us. The Puerto Ricans in Humboldt Park ain't pushing for us. So anybody trying to tell us about this love everybody, people of color, this progressive garbage, you know, is anti-black. You are anti-black. Just as well as you tell us about these white folks being anti-black, or man, you are anti-black, telling us to go along to get along with this fictitious ally ship that supposed to exist that doesn't. These groups, I ain't never seen no Asians do a damn thing on behalf of those people.
I haven't either.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say something, man?
No mistake about it. Let me say this there right quick. And I'm 50 years old. I'm 50 years old. I ain't never seen no Asian come out and do a goddamn thing on behalf of black people.
They never will.
Mm. That sound like Roosevelt, huh? Hold on. That's Roosevelt? Sound
I'm
like.
here.
Oh,
Yep,
look.
I'm here. I had a little something to say. That I am with Mark all the way. I plan on being at that meeting tonight, and I'm just wondering because I did not. And Martin, this is no fault to
Erica,
you or
you
anyone.
next. You next, Erica. Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead. Go ahead, Roosevelt.
Why is it that we have to register? Why is it that we have to register in order to get into this meeting? Because I think it's just a way for them to lock us out of not being able to let our voices be heard. I mean, so I'm going to be there at 6 o'clock and be with the rest of the residents on the outside protesting because I heard on the news this morning that you have to register just in order to get into this meeting.
Hey, brother.
I'm with Mark all the way.
You come at 5. Make sure you come at 5, and like you say, we don't give a damn if they lock the doors because we're gonna have a big meeting outside. That's what the meeting is really gonna be held, where we can speak our voice and we're not gonna be controlled by these liberals, these progressives that want to control the conversation. We gonna be in control. We don't let nobody tell us to stand down and wait a minute, and we're gonna have this professional meeting. You professional black folk been in front all the time, and you ain't did a damn thing. Unemployment, poverty, crime, bad food, have been at an all-time high, while your so-called professional ass been out front. So the days of y'all leading in charge of you Masons, Eastern Star, sorority fraternity members working alongside them racist white Jews, don't need y'all ass either.
Okay.
And the thing is, it's just a shame that certain things are just going on in this country. And that, I mean, and Mark is right, that we haven't gotten certain things as American citizens what we need. Because look at me, I'm 49 years old. I'll be 50, Lord spare me, over in December. And I'll tell you about my little living situation. I've been renting out a room in a basement for the last 24 years yesterday because I can't even get on the Section 8 list as a disabled black person. Because they talk about, they just want to tell me this lie a couple of years ago, talking about the Section 8 list was closed. So the only thing that they can give me is what they would call a single room occupancy. But as soon as immigrants and everything come here, then, they're getting Section 8 and all of this other stuff. They're getting food stamps. They took away the extra food stamps that they were giving to us during COVID and now giving it all to them. Well, you have American citizens in this country that are sleeping under bridges and all that other kind of stuff. Now, I'm not trying to say if something don't help them or maybe whatever it is, but I still feel the charity begins at home. It's just too much. We care so much about everyone else except our own type and our own kind. Because if the situations were reversed, they would not care for you over in their country. I bet you they wouldn't. Mark is right.
Let me say this to y'all about these progressives, right? Because this is who you really need to zoom in on.
Oh, those are the main ones are really starting to hate.
The progressives are coming in as if they're friends of ours. But guess who the progressives
they're not?
The progressives are the same people. They're the same ones that control the programmatic dollars. They're the same ones that control the Democratic Party. They're the same ones that own and control the LGBT movement that's discriminating against black LGBT members. Okay, they're the same ones that's controlling the feminist movement that's discriminating against those who are black so-called feminists. Okay, so y'all better wake up to what's happening. These people are not.
Yeah, but nobody wants to talk about that stuff.
You call yourself aligning with their agenda. They're not with you. They don't want nothing to do with you. You got to have your own movement. We have to have our own black movement. We don't need no white leaders, and we definitely don't need nobody that's calling themselves our allies trying to get out in front of us. If you want to be with us, get your ass in the back of the line. You don't get out in front of us. We don't need no white leaders.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Can I say something?
Your turn. Go ahead.
So the problem with this whole conversation is that, like, oh my goodness. Oh, just taking a breath real quick. So I have a 3-year-old, right? And one of the things I noticed is when a kid is playing with a toy, they don't even be thinking about that toy. But then when they see another kid playing with it, suddenly that toy becomes their fascination. How long have we had homeless people, y'all? How long have we had homeless people in the city? How long have we had shut down schools in the city? But suddenly, because migrants are potentially going to occupy those buildings, we want to rise up now. Them buildings been vacant. Our homeless been here. Now that we see another kid playing with the toy becomes the biggest thing in our mind.
Erica.
That's what's bothering me.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Erica.
Because with the no
Erica, let's just ask you a question. I got to grab a piece of food real quick. I was just going to walk away, but you said something. So you telling me, this is what you telling me. You saying that now we paying attention to the homeless. Now, do you think it's right for some of us to bus a people from other countries and take care of them, and we don't take care of the ones that's already in the same condition? Is that right? Do you see anything right about that? I'm saying you bring another group of people. You don't see nothing wrong with that?
I don't see anything right about shipping people from another state,
hold it.
like Texas.
No,
right?
I'm just Erica. That's not what I said. I asked you a question. I said when other people come here from another country or Texas, whatever you want to say, migrants, and we place them in housing in vacant schools, and we have the same type of people basically in the same condition, that's homeless, downtrodden, and we put another group of people in these houses and support and give them resources, and we don't do it for the ones that's here already. You don't see anything wrong with that?
I see something more wrong with the fact that we wasn't out here.
Erica, answer the question.
I know buildings before the migrants.
Answer the question. See, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, Erica. And I know your mother is from another country and all that, and I understand you torn between two worlds, your father, Black America. I understand. But the truth don't respect nobody. I mean, it hits us all. It cuts both ways. So, I mean, it's just like this. You stand in line with your son for 10 hours trying to see a doctor. Now, here's a person that go ahead, Mark. Mark said, quit talking. Go, okay, Mark. Okay.
When have we not fought to house homeless people? When have we not demanded resources
That's
for
true.
our schools? When have we not talked about the underfunding of our schools? And so when have we not talked about discrimination against our people in these workspaces? And so for her to say that is a total insult, okay? It's a total insult, and we don't owe you no explanation. You go over there and speak for the people from the Bahamas, because that's where your alignment is. You fly the Bohemian flag.
Crap, Mark.
You know what I'm saying? You fly the Bohemian flag. Don't speak on behalf of your people. You don't speak on behalf of black people, okay? You don't know. Your problem is, you know what your problem is? You don't know. Your problem is, you know what I'm saying? You don't know how to stay on your side while we stay on our side.
I don't have a side.
That's your problem right there. You stay on your side and we'll stay on our side.
There's no such thing as a side for me, because these are my
people. No, it's a side. You're going to find out if it is. Come out there today. Come out there today. You're going to see it's a side.
so much to say.
Come out there today. You're going to see what you're going to see it's a side.
Let me explain something. Can you stop talking for 5 seconds?
You come out there today.
Real quick, Mark. Let me tell you something real quick. When the police pull me over, I've been pulled over 4 times already in the last couple months.
I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Okay,
what they got to do with that?
Let me tell you something. When the police pull me over, they don't ask me if my mother's Caribbean, you idiot. They don't ask me that.
Whoa.
They just see a black woman.
Really?
They just see a black woman.
Why you call me
Your
idiot?
race in this country is what the police see you as, not what Mark Carter sees you as. Your race in this country is what the police see you as. And as far as this
Okay,
country
so-
is concerned, I am
Let me
a black
make
woman.
it clear to you.
Ain't nobody
because
asking where my
evidence
mother's
you're not
from.
listening. See, you ain't listening. So I'm gonna say it to you real
No,
clear.
you're not listening. You're a fool.
Your business is not.
You don't
our
think I have
business.
to live in
Our
this country
business
as a
is
black
not your
woman
business.
because my mother's from the
Okay?
Bahamas? You
Your business is not our business, and our business is not your business. You speak on behalf
That's
of the
not
Bohemian
true.
people.
You so
You got a
divisive.
Bohemian
Our
flag.
power
So if
as
anybody
black
goes to
people
your
is not in
Facebook
dividing
page right
ourselves.
now, they'll see you flying the Bohemian flag. They'll see you saying that immigrants
Because
are
I
here to
can.
stay.
That
All
don't
that is
make
on your
me no
Facebook
less
page.
black than
So
you.
you keep speaking up
That
for
don't make
immigrants
me no
and
less
Bohemians.
black than you.
Obama's not from the
Okay?
country.
You need to get
You know what I
over
mean?
it, Mark. You need to get over it.
I ain't got to get over a damn thing.
Yes,
I don't
you
have to
do.
get over a damn
You need
thing.
to get over it.
Okay?
Yes.
So now,
I have a
you gonna
mother and I have
see,
a black
all you gotta do is come out to the
get
event
over
today.
it. But at the
You
end
gonna
of
see
the
what
day,
side we on, and I
at
bet
the
you
end
ain't gonna hear us saying about no
white
people of color.
supremacist system.
I bet you ain't gonna hear us saying about no people of color. Yeah, I bet you that.
White supremacist
You an
system,
immigrant
Mark,
supremacist.
does not
You an
care.
immigrant
It does
supremacist.
not care where my mother is
You
from.
are an immigrant
She's
supremacist.
a
Don't tell me about no
black
white
woman.
supremacist when you an immigrant supremacist.
Barack Obama, an immigrant too.
I'm not
That's
no
right.
immigrant supremacist. I just understand.
You an immigrant
that
supremacist,
I'm a
no
mother. Are
different
you a
than
mother,
the
Mark?
one you called the white supremacist.
Barack Obama.
Mark, are you a mother? Are you a
Okay.
mother? Are you a
You
mother?
are an
I
immigrant
doubt you're a
supremacist,
mother.
Okay, y'all.
no different than you talking about the white supremacist.
Hey, we finna
No,
get back to the
You're
subject now.
not a mother, Mark. So I'm
We-
gonna tell you this:
we-
as a
we-
mother, I don't
Erica.
want
So can we make an announcement
I'm
for the
not
event?
crossing no
Can we make an
jungle,
announcement for the event today?
and I'm not
Yeah.
crossing no river
Uh,
with my baby on a
Erica.
raft.
So we can make the announcement for the event today
No-
because
no more
we're really
interruptions.
getting off track.
Okay.
This is for us to make the
No,
announcement
you're
so
off
that we
track.
can have a
You're
black
off
only,
track.
a black
You're
only.
off track. You are an infiltrator.
Okay.
You are an infiltrator from the white supremacist Paul Ballard campaign.
You a clown.
It's time for Martin to see who you are. You are an infiltrator. Do you understand how mad this system
Well,
is?
why don't you
that-
do
that
your homework
Brandon
on me and
Johnson
see what
won?
you come out with?
You know
Why
how
don't you call this
upset
investigation on me
this
so you see
system
what you
is
come out with?
that we built a coalition.
Why don't you do your homework so you can see what you come out with?
Chicago. Let's talk about the
Uh-huh.
real facts, Mark. Since you want to talk about
Real
facts,
Okay, okay.
let's talk about some real facts.
For real?
Instead of
Okay,
over
can we get back to the event
because
that's gonna happen?
All right, people.
All you guys
Can we please get back to the event
We-
that's
you
happening?
ain't got no facts.
Hold it.
So
I'm gonna
let's
put y'all
talk
on
some
hold.
facts,
Can we
Mark,
get back
I'm
to
gonna
the
put
event
y'all on
that's
hold in the
that
box.
black people in the
Put y'all on hold on the box real quick till they calm down. All right, I put them on hold. Put them on hold because we gonna talk. We've been going good, so we've been going good. I put everybody on hold. She's still talking. I can look at the thing. Put them on hold. Yeah, I told them no calling names. They calling each other names and stuff. So she's still talking. So it's on hold. All right, people. The announcement that we're going to make today, if you could be there at 5 o'clock, 1955 East 75th Street. That's 75th and Jeffrey, right on the corner at the new South Shore College Preparatory Building. So that's where we're going to be at today, inside and outside. So if you can't get in, don't worry about it. Just get there early. You might be able to get in. You should be able to get in. We're going to be inside and outside, making some noise. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing. So, hey, we're here. This is live, uncut, unedited. And I appreciate you guys tuning in. You're tuning in. And it is what it is. We're going live, uncut, unedited. Okay, let me get back to my audience. Hey, all right, y'all. I tuned y'all out. Did nobody hit none of y'all conversation? We're back. Go ahead and make the announcement, Mark. Then we'll be done. Make the announcement. Mark, make the announcement. Hello?
Yeah.
Make the announcement.
Yes, to those that just came in. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So to those that just came in, and the reason why I really don't like to engage with other people from different ethnic backgrounds is because it turns into this back and forth where it appears that we are arguing with one another, in which we are to a certain degree. But I like to talk only to my people because what's happening in this country is still impacting our people more than these other people who are cosplaying, saying that they're us, who are checking the immigrant box as well as the black box, who are setting up different committees. Even in Washington, D.C., they have a Haitian caucus. They have a Jamaican caucus. They don't even join the black caucus unless they see that it can benefit them. But every other time, they get tribal on you. They always point out, I'm not black, I'm Haitian. I'm not black, I'm Bohemian. They don't say that they're with us. When they come to this city, they move straight to the north side with white people. Have children by white people. Loving on them, living with them, just laughing with them all the damn time. But then when it comes down to us pushing our agenda, then they want us to all lives matter, our agenda. So today is about us coming together as Black Americans only, to talk about our agenda, to put a stop to them taking over these schools in our area that they wouldn't fund for our children, but are willing to give the money for these immigrants, illegal immigrants, not no damn migrants. They're illegal immigrants that should be held to the color and held accountable based on the law. No different than we were held held accountable based on the law when we broke the law. These people are breaking the law, and we must demand that they be held accountable. So all this talking about this little soft talk when it comes to these people, no, we're going to have the same conversations that we were having back in the 90s when it came to our people out here, whether they were selling dope, shooting, or whatever they were doing. All of it was breaking the law. And so since they're breaking the law, coming to this country, we must ask that they be held accountable based on the law. And so at the end of the day, this is about us demanding that if you're going to have an office of new Americans for immigrants, let me say that again. If you're going to have an office of new Americans, then you must have an office for Black Americans. And I don't mean those other Black Americans, those other kind that only call themselves Black when it's convenient. But when they're amongst their family members at home, they call themselves Bohemians. They call themselves Haitians. They call themselves Jamaicans. They call themselves Nigerians. They don't call themselves Black. And for political purposes, I would ask and urge all of us to stop referring to us as African Americans, to stop referring to us as people of color, to stop referring to us as minorities. All of that stuff are nothing but code words to say don't give Black Americans a damn thing. We have to strictly speak up for ourselves. And let me say this last but not least, because I know a lot of people didn't know what I'm about to say, that Barack Obama rotten ass did. Barack Obama changed the United States Code that used to read and that used to say, call us Negro, which gave us our proper status so that we can get our own resources. He changed the United States Code that now reads African American. He also changed the United States Code that used to call Asians Orientals to Asian Americans. Why did he do that? Because when he's using Asian American and African American, anything that we fight for in this day and time, they automatically benefit from it. So we need to be separated, delineated, and segregated from all these other groups because none of these groups mean us any good. They're here to use us.
Okay.
Martin, I just want to say,
Erica, listen. Listen, hold on,
to
Erica. No. Stand down. The address is 1955 East 75th Street. That's where we're going to be at today. 1955 East 75th Street. That's the South Shore, the new South Shore building. You see it is right there on the corner. Right there. That's where we will be at. Okay. I need to hey, listen, this is what I'm gonna do. I want Mark and Erica. I got both of y'all online. This is what I want to do. This is what I'm gonna do. You hear me, Mark? At another place, another time. I'm gonna bring both of you guys on the platform, just you two. I'm gonna let y'all box it out. Bring y'all proof, whatever y'all want to say, and we're gonna do it for about an hour. I'll just be the moderator, let y'all go in at it. Because y'all got to get it out. This outside of this. So whatever you guys, I'll let you guys debate. Is that cool or what? Erica, Mark, is that cool? But not.
I mean,
It's fine
cool
with me.
Mark, and I just
Okay,
I just
this is what
wanna
we're gonna
make
do,
sure that
Erica.
Mark
Not
knows
right now.
that while
No.
I'm
Okay,
talking and stuff,
listen. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna dedicate a show. I don't care if it take an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. I'm gonna bring y'all on the platform, on your pitch on there. I don't care, and I'm gonna let y'all two go at it, and I'll be the moderator. I'm gonna give y'all two, and we'll do it like that. I'm gonna let y'all get it out. Bring your proof, Erica. Mark, you bring your proof. Whatever you got to say, and hey, it is what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all want to do it Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Y'all let me know. I'm gonna do that. Whenever y'all want to do it, in the daytime or nighttime. Huh? I'm gonna let y'all two debate.
I'm down.
You down? Okay, cool. Mark, you down? Brother Mark.
I'm with it 110%.
Okay, y'all, let me know what best time for y'all.
I'm with it 110%.
Okay, cool, my man. I'm gonna let y'all. Nobody's gonna talk but Mark and Erica. I'll put the timer. Y'all, we'll talk 5 minutes piece, 2 minutes piece, whatever. Bring your proof, whatever. I'm cool with that. So, only thing I'm asking you guys not to call each other no names. No coon or no idiots. No, that's the only thing I'm asking.
So
on the,
can we?
yeah.
Can we for the rest of
And stop talking
hold
about
on, hold on, Erica. Hold on. What you say, Mark? Can we what?
So can we for the next few minutes, because everything is about to kick off now.
Right.
We need to get our people out there, as
Right.
many of them as we can. Going back and forth doesn't keep us focused enough to talk about today. Today, y'all, is about us demanding this office strictly for our people. Nobody is. All these other immigrant groups, Martin, they have come together. I have to show you that they have come together. They've come together, and I can name every organization and individual that sat at the table in 2011, representing these different groups, whether they were Hispanic, African, Indians, the Polish people, the Jewish community. They all came together back in 2011 under Rahm Emanuel, who is a Jewish immigrant. He convened the meeting along with corporations, the philanthropic community, the religious community, and the agenda was strictly for immigrant people. So this agenda that we're pushing is strictly for Black Americans, since everybody other than us are immigrants. Even though
Carter, you supported Paul Vallis and Donald Trump.
Erica.
Yes, I do. And I
hold on.
You are an influencer.
Let me say this. Anybody that's pushing against immigration and unions, I support them. Anybody that's pushing against unions and immigration, I support them. Because I know that unions have been.
You a fool.
Look.
Erica,
they don't run nothing with us. They stay in the white area. I stay in the black area. Okay? So,
hey, Brother Mark.
I'm a black person.
Hey, Brother Mark. Mark, y'all go. Come on. We need to talk about. Listen.
Well, let me
hold on. Let's talk. Yeah, get back on topic. Let's get. I'm gonna give y'all platform, Erica. Erica, I'm gonna give y'all platform. Let's get back on the subject real quick. What we gotta do tonight? Come on. What we gotta do tonight?
Yeah.
What we gonna do tonight? Erica, don't do that. Don't do that. We're talking. Go ahead. I'm gonna give you a chance. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, I have to say this. I'm not Democrat or Republican because they're both some white ass parties. But if I can use one to my advantage, why wouldn't I? I'm not liberal, conservative. I'm not left or right. I'm not a Democrat or Republican. I'm not any of that white stuff. So please be clear who you're talking to when you're talking to me. I don't care nothing about no white stuff. Past using it, I don't care nothing about no white folks. And I don't subordinate myself to them because I know I'm the superior one and they're the inferior one. So please be clear who you're talking to when you're talking to me. You know what I'm saying? And I keep white folks in their place. You know what I'm saying? I keep them in their place. I don't kiss on them. I don't lay with them. I don't have babies with them. I don't do none of that. Okay? That's your job. Now, so
can we throw no kicks?
Tonight is about us pushing for an office of Black Americans.
Might as well
so that our people can benefit. Okay?
Oh my God.
So, as a matter of fact, let me end by saying this. Talking about infiltrating infiltrating, and you got a baby by a white man.
Mark, you
telling me
keep
about some
Mark.
infiltrating?
Mark, this come on, brother.
Yeah,
This,
he screwed my poom
Okay.
poom, but these white people screwing your mind.
you
He
know.
might have screwed my poom poom, but these white people screwing your
Okay.
mind. It's worse.
Listen.
But she keep talking about him.
Hey, listen. Hold on, y'all. This is what we're gonna do. Mark, we made the announcement. Okay, I tell you what. This is what we're gonna do. Mark and Erica, y'all give me a date that y'all want to go at it. Y'all want to make it for tomorrow night or whenever. Let me know. Give me a date and time.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, Erica.
Tomorrow night, I'm gonna whip her ass apart with the old.
What
I
time?
love the white man.
What
and I'm
time?
smiling with the old Jew.
No,
I saw her down in
you vote with
Florida.
the white man.
What time? What time? What time tomorrow?
With that old white racist Jew.
What time tomorrow?
This is my
You might as
grandfather.
well open
This
your
is
leg.
my baby's grandfather. You
What-
a white man
What?
nigga.
Hey, Mark. What time tomorrow?
You might as
Erica.
well open your
What
leg.
time tomorrow? What time tomorrow? What time you guys want to go on tomorrow?
Whatever time you set it up, 7 o'clock, 8
As
o'clock.
long as it's after 5.
I'm like Muhammad Ali. I'm up for the fight.
Okay. What's tomorrow? Friday. Let's do 8 o'clock. Is that cool?
All right, I'm down.
Okay, 8 o'clock.
Yep.
Y'all make a post. I don't care. I'll share it. Y'all make a post. All right. I'm gonna let y'all scream. I'm gonna let y'all cut. I don't care what you do. You know, I'm gonna let y'all do y'all thing so we won't be having no more interruptions. Do your thing. Okay. Now, I'm going to be there.
So can we make sure that everybody make it out here tonight?
Right.
Can we make sure that everybody make it out here tonight and stand up for this office of Black Americans, not the office for people of color,
I'm
not
sure
the
gonna
office
be
for
there.
Black
Yeah.
and brown, not the office for diversity, equity, inclusion, not the office for minorities, but the office of Black American descendants of slavery here in America only.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
We got no problem
And
with
let's
that.
have Black people in Chicago be able to win an election with just
okay.
our vote.
Okay. All right. Now, I got a last caller, and that'll be it. 8414. Come on, caller. 8414. Let me hear you
Hi,
real quick.
Martin.
Hey, how you doing, Gus? Come
So
on.
I've been listening, and I agree with everything that Mark has been saying. And you know, when foreigners come over here, and you could tell just by her talking, that they believe that they have privilege. That's why she keeps butting in every time you're talking. Every time somebody says something, she keeps butting in. They feel privilege. And it's a known fact. And she's proving that fact to the immigrants that comes over here. They feel like they got first dibs on everything. That's why she couldn't answer that question when you asked her about bringing a busload of immigrants over here. How does she feel about it? She danced around that whole question, you know, because she's okay with them doing that to us over here. She's okay with that.
I'm not.
Because they feel like they're supposed to have first dibs on everything. And every time somebody's talking, she butts in. And she feels like nobody can sit her down. I sure wish I lived out there. I'll come out there since she said she'll be out there and sit her down. I'll come shut her down.
Well, tomorrow.
You know, because she's talking about somebody. What she's doing, she's saying that Mark voted for a white man, but guess what? She got soul ties with a white man. That's forever embedded inside of her.
I have a child.
That's soul ties, sister. That's soul ties.
Okay.
Read the Bible. That's soul ties. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna let y'all go.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
don't be speaking on how my child got here unless you want me to speak on how your child got here. Because people got baby daddies that's drug dealers. People got baby daddies that don't beat. People got all kinds of stuff going on who they got babies with. Don't talk about how my child got here because he deserves to be here. He's a child.
It's a child.
So sit y'all ass down talking about how my child got here.
Okay.
Because I wake up Black every day.
All right. I love
no
being
police
Black.
pull me over and ask me if I got a white baby daddy.
All right. Okay.
Sit y'all ass down.
All right. Marcus. Hey, Erica, real quick. I need you to say, I want to clone your voice. Y'all don't know. Say that for me. I want to record that. Y'all don't know. Say that for me, Erica. Say it. I want to clone it because that's going to, y'all don't know.
Y'all don't know.
Say it again. Say it again.
Y'all don't know.
Okay, I got it. All right. I'm going to clone that.
Y'all don't know.
All right. Cool. All right, Marcus, come on, close me out real quick. We got to go. I'll see y'all tonight. We got to get prepared. I got to get prepared, two people. Come on, Marcus, real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
We don't be watching each other on live because the young people are watching, and of course, those that are trying to keep us divided are watching, and they're saying, "Ha ha, it's working," because we got them divided. We may disagree, but we got to learn to love each other in spite of. And let's not insult people on how their children got here to clear the airwaves on that. That's disrespectful.
Very.
But at the same time, let's not get mad with people because people have different views. You have your views, I have my views. At the end of the day, we're all fighting for one common cause, and that's peace. And that's so that we can all get something. We're not going to be at peace if we're not all allowed to have the same chances as other people. That's the only.
Can I ask you a question, Marcus? Can I ask you a question, Marcus?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me when these immigrant groups have been with us so that we can be divided? Can you tell me what point that they were ever with us or to be divided?
Well, honestly, Mark, never.
Okay, so when you say that we shouldn't be divided, how are we going to divide when we never been
No,
together?
what I'm saying is, in order to achieve peace, we must learn to disagree with each other and not fight.
No, I'm talking about the dividing part that you spoke of.
The dividing part. No, I didn't say that. Maybe I said it the wrong way. But we can never be divided when we was never together.
Right. So that I know that you were probably saying something else, but for the crowd's sake, I wanted to put that in perspective because you have a lot of times you have these immigrant groups, especially those that have dark skin, want you to believe that we were ever together. We've never been together. You know what I mean? When they come to this country, when they come to Chicago, they move to the north side with white people. The Nigerians and these Africans that come here, these are the people that sold us into slavery.
Together.
So we're not.
We were never
They
together.
sold us into slavery and then want to tell us we'll be together.
People like you divide us. Just so y'all know some history, because
we never been together to be divided. What part did you not listen?
Clearly, you don't know your history.
You talk so damn much with your little arrogant ass that you can't hear nothing.
No, I'm not arrogant. I know what I'm talking about. Because little do you know, Mark, apparently Malcolm X is half Caribbean. Malcolm damn X. His mother was from Grenada. You mad at Malcolm X?
The difference of you and Malcolm X is Malcolm X knew his place when he came over here. He didn't come over here with talking about he was Grenadian. He never came over here and said that. You ain't never heard no speech where he took that shit out in front of the black agenda. See, he knew his place.
He said I was a black man.
It ain't no place.
Okay. Tomorrow, Erica, we gotta. Hey, Mark, Erica, we gotta say this for tomorrow, y'all. Listen. Okay. Listen this. Let me say this. Erica, we're gonna wait tomorrow and discuss this. All right. Let Marcus finish out. Come on, Marcus. Finish out, then I'm gone. I'm gone. Come on, Marcus. Finish out.
I'll see y'all. I will see y'all at South Shore. Hopefully there won't be no fist thrown and no baton swung. But I will see y'all at South Shore. God bless all of us.
Hey, Mark, say the address again, Mark, and we out of here. Say the address. Say the address and we out of here. Say the address.
1955. Oh, did you say Marcus?
No, you, Mark.
Mark.
Because
Mark.
Okay, so 1955 East 71st Street. That's
75th.
1955 East 75th. East 75th, y'all. 75. 1955 East 75th Street. Martin said that 75th and Jeffrey. 75th and Jeffrey. Call everybody right now. Tell them to get out there at 5 o'clock. The press conference starts and press conference and meetings start at 6. So you want to get out there at 5 o'clock. We're gonna crowd the street. We're going to send a strong message, and we're telling our people, an office of Black Americans, since you got an office for new Americans, for immigrants like Erica.
All right. All right,
whatever.
Mark.
I was born here,
All
you
right.
idiot.
All right. All right. I'll see y'all tonight. Tomorrow, Erica and Mark going to debate each other starting at 8 o'clock. Nobody else is talking but them two. Bring your proof. Bring whatever you want to say what's right, and I'm going to let you guys box it out. Box it out. Just, okay, I got to get out of here. People appreciate you. I got to get ready. You already know what it is. It's live, uncut, unedited. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Tell the truth and what? And shame the devil. Don't know about you, but I love being black. All right, people. I love being black. See you soon. I love being black.